You're listening to FUBAR Weekly on KDSR, Demo Spin Radio, brought to you by ARC Network Live 365, the station where everyone deserves to be heard. The following program contains strong language and adult content. Listener discretion is advised. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
He's right. The fucking thing does suck. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages and everything and everyone in between, welcome FUBAR Weekly Show. Today is Tuesday, the 25th of June, 2019. We haven't been in the studio in a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the lovely, the talented, the awesome, the amazing Nichol Raven.
Hi, how are you?
Well, I'm not a crook.
I was
awesome.
harnessing my Nixon energy.
There you go. Tricky Dick, they call him. So it's been a hot minute since Nicole's been on the show, and it's been a while since we've been here. Last week, for those of you who are awesome enough to tune in or watch after the fact, I did it from my house because Nichole was not feeling well. What's the matter? We got pubes in there?
Yeah.
You had fucking, like, you were looking at it like it was fucking curly. Like, seriously. Last week, Nichole was sick, unfortunately, and I didn't feel like leaving my house and putting on pants. So I did the show from my little recording booth, and that was hot and sweaty and uncomfortable.
But it's your new booth, which you built yourself, right?
That is correct.
Do you want to tell us about it?
I thought I did talk about it on the show, but I'll talk about it again because I like talking about myself because I'm a fucking narcissist. I built a recording booth at home. I'm doing a lot more vocal work, getting a lot of auditions, and hopefully progressing with some more of the vocalage, doing, auditioning for radio commercials, TV, auditioned for a couple national spots I'm waiting to hear back on. So
do you have a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel. I have two YouTube channels, one for this show. The show has a YouTube channel, people, just so you know. But I have one of my own. I don't really post to it often just because I really don't think I'm that interesting. But then again, you never know.
But your voice is interesting.
Thank you.
And you have a wide range of like vocal emotion, I feel like.
Thank you. What I should do is do my voice, but just overlaid with a picture of something like more interesting than my fucking face.
That's a good idea.
Especially when I'm in the booth because I like sweat. Like here's the thing. So I built this booth. I framed it out of 2x4s, and I got heavy gauge moving blankets to insulate the sound. And it's actually, I have almost near 0 decibels in there when it's all closed off and I'm recording. But what I did forget to take into account is ventilation. So it fucking gets hot in there, and it's 4 foot by 4 foot square. So it's not a big space.
Mm-hmm.
I did build it to ventilate it, but not while I'm using it. So when I'm in the booth and everything's closed, there's no vent. It fucking heats up. So as I record, I will strip as I go. So I'll start off shorts and a t-shirt, flip-flops. I always, I take my flip-flops off. I always stand there barefoot when I do it.
Do you stand or you sit?
I stand most of the time, just because as you're standing, you
get better diaphragm, action, whatever.
I slouch when I sit because I'm fat and lazy. So, to get better airflow and better, air control and muscle control, I stand up. I have done some sitting. I've done stuff sitting. I have a stool in the stage stool that we usually use. That's in there. Okay. The problem with that, like I was sitting on it last week for the show, like sitting, it's a hard wooden stool. It hurts my bum.
Okay.
I don't have a very meaty ass, as it were, for those who've never seen my ass. I don't have one. It's kind of like 2 slight bumps with a crack and a hole in the middle. So it's no bueno. It's no bueno. So yeah, I will strip down as I go. And at the end of a long recording session, I will end up just wearing fucking a pair of cotton gym shorts and nothing else. Fucking, you're welcome for that vision, people.
It's your house.
Seriously.
Just do it.
I do anyway.
I know. I'm not, you're not seeking, you don't need approval from the internet.
I know. but it helps. I need people's approval. Please approve of me. So a couple of things today. In a little while, we're going to have Morgan Nichol calling in, who is an Instagram influencer and model. She's a Fashion Nova Curve model. Is that correct?
I believe so,
right?
yeah.
She will be calling in, I think about 9:30. She'll be calling in. You'll notice right here, there are some Slim Jims. At the request of my son, who is absolutely smitten with Slim Jim social media presence, particularly on Instagram, we're going to taste test a couple of Slim Jim varieties, or Slender James, as they're known to be called.
I'm going to follow Slim Jim on the
Yeah,
internet
you
right now.
should. It is. Some of them are funny, not as good. I'll definitely say that. Wendy's has better social media presence.
I like KFC's new Colonel. His
The latest one. Who's playing it now? Do you know?
Whoever this fine gentleman is.
I have no fucking idea. I can't even tell. Almost looks like Eugene Levy.
I don't know.
Audio recording rules. The longer the project, the more likely you'll sit down. That is correct. And I have sat down, or if I'm not taking breaks, but if it's a marathon session, especially when I'm doing, I'll record 10 to 15 in a shot. So I'll just keep going and I'll take breaks and sit down for a minute. But as I'm recording, I prefer to stand. Mechanically separated chicken. Fuck yeah. It's delicious. That's white slime. The pink slime is beef.
Are you talking about KFC as mechanically separated?
No, the Slim Jims. They contain mechanically separated chicken.
And beef and pork.
Yeah. They're fucking delicious. I don't care.
So what do you think y'all think Spam is?
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
I don't care what the process was to manufacture it. I know it's delicious. There are only two foods in this world that I don't eat for moral reasons. Everything else of that, all food is processed to some degree. Even if you're eating raw vegetables, they are processed. They're washed. They're cut. So mechanically separated chicken. Okay, so a machine did the work. That's all it is. There's nothing. They don't add anything to it. They just use a machine to separate the meat from the bone. Okay?
But the hang up is that sometimes the bone doesn't get fully separated, so you get like crushed up bits of bone in your Slim Jim or whatever.
Okay.
But also at the same, which your body's not supposed to process, but also at the same time, like you're already eating chicken, so might as well just throw in some bone in there. And get a little extra marrow and calcium.
I've eaten some fresh chicken and gotten a piece of bone.
Do you know what Mike told me that I never realized?
What?
Sometimes there's feathers in your chicken wings that you order.
Yeah, you never noticed that?
No, it grosses me out. I don't think I'll ever eat chicken wings again.
Well, you don't eat the wing tip, so that's where the feathers usually are. They're on the wing tip.
That still freaks me out.
Because they're the hardest to pluck, even though they're machine plucked.
That freaks me out.
It's plucking crazy.
He showed me a picture of one, and I kind of grossed out a little. I don't think I'll ever eat chicken wings again.
Bullshit.
I might eat chicken nuggets or like boneless wings.
But here's the thing: like, why does that gross you out?
It's feathers. It's like have you ever had long hair in your life?
Longish.
Have you ever gotten like a piece of hair stuck in your mouth?
Disgusting.
Yeah, there you go.
I have a shaved head.
If I get hair stuck in my mouth, it's really gross, and that's what I feel like feathers are.
Okay, so
it's like chicken hair.
Okay, so you got to pay attention to that. Like all the animals that you eat have either feathers or hair.
I've never accidentally bitten into. Well,
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
I have accidentally eaten a scale, but I have never accidentally like bitten into a burger and gotten like a tuft of fur.
No,
like cow fur in my mouth or something.
No, but the feathers that are attached to they're usually on the wing tips. If they're on the flapper or on the drumette, then whoever prepared them did a shit job because you're supposed to clean it as you go.
Right.
So there's that. Just fucking eat them. They're delicious.
It's a feather.
Eat what the fuck?
It's a feather.
It's not like a whole fucking feather. It's like the middle,
the spine
middle
part. Yeah.
It's not like it's fucking hairy or fuzzy. It's gonna feel like a piece of cartilage in your mouth. I mean, it's keratin, but whatever.
I mean, I guess, but your body doesn't process keratin.
No shit, it doesn't process a lot of what you put in it. Your body doesn't process fucking fiber, but you need to eat that to bulk up your stool.
Okay.
Do you eat corn?
Yes.
Your body doesn't fucking process that shit. Literally,
You're right.
Comes out, and the more you eat,
it's deja poo. I know.
Deja poo. You don't eat corn. You just borrow it. So get that shit out of your head. Just fucking eat chicken wings because they're delicious. I almost ate chicken wings today. I made some delicious dinner last night, though. That was good. It was sausage and chicken with blistered tomatoes and tricolor rotini.
Sounds great.
It was fucking delicious.
Sounds amazing.
So good. Actually, it was one of the meal delivery services I got the basic recipe from. And basically, I get a thing of cherry tomatoes and I cut them all in half. And I use that to make the sauce.
And
so I'll cook the chicken, cook the sausage, and then I'll dump in some onions and some peppers, some garlic, get that all nice and, delicious. And then I'll throw in the tomatoes. Throw the meats back in, throw the tomatoes in. And as the tomatoes cook, you get a nice sauce in the pan.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, you toss it with the tricolor rotini and some fresh basil. You need some shredded fresh basil. Because, what the fuck? It's fresh basil.
Basil's amazing.
Basil.
I kill my basil plants by accident.
My wife is good at that. She actually killed. She most recently killed a tomato plant.
Oh, really?
Cherry tomato plant. Yeah. Which I'm not really sad about because the tomatoes were either really good or super acidy.
Oh, that
like
sucks.
right next to each other, you could have that much of a variation. So it was a shitty plant.
That sucks.
Whatever. She likes to buy plants. She'll buy plants and be like, "Oh, speaking of which, I killed the air plant again. Don't tell your mother. Don't give me another one. I'm fucking. I'm gonna buy a fucking fake black rose and put it in the skull. Does that work? Works for me. So yeah, so she'll buy a basil plant. And be like, I'm gonna grow basil. I'm like, all right, this one's gonna fucking die in a week.
Green onions grow really well. So.
That they do. What I used to do in New York, I used to fucking plant green onions on my lawn just because I like the way they smelled when I ran it over with the lawnmower. Seriously, you get a nice burst of oniony, florally goodness. I
just go out there and I just eat them.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah,
I had when I was in New York, I had a cilantro plant. I used to just pick cilantro.
I would love to have a cilantro plant.
Now I hate cilantro.
Does it taste like soap to you?
No. My love for cilantro went away. Many years ago, I was working and my wife brought me dinner, and I want to say it was from Chili's or Applebee's, but it was like some kind of soup that had avocado in it, which just putting avocado in soup just sounds fucking gross. But the entirety of the flavor profile of this soup was like, think a broth made up of entirely cilantro with mushy hot avocado in it.
Sounds delicious to me.
It was fucking slimy and just over cilantro. Like cilantro is something you put in a little bit. You just need a little bit of that flavor. It was like, and it was so fucking gross. I couldn't even eat it. I threw it out. Like for me to not eat something, even if I don't like it, is just, it's bad.
Don't ever let me cook for you.
Why?
Because everything has cilantro in my house.
No, I don't mind cilantro. Talk for a moment.
I hope that everybody out there in listener land is enjoying themselves. Go ahead and comment what you've been doing this week. I can talk a little bit more about it when Roger gets back, but I was able to hula dance for a wedding, which Elvis was presiding over last night. Of course, he was an Elvis impersonator from Orlando. You can look up Orlando Elvis. His name is Stevie. He's available for weddings, and he's an ordained minister, much like our friend Roger today. And he's back.
That's day job stuff, but why do you have to fucking call me at 9:15 for something you can just send a text message? Like, why do you have to call a meeting or a conference call for something that you can just send in a fucking email?
I would rather have things in writing.
For a moment, kids.
Oh, sorry. I would personally rather have things in a physical message so I can like reference it again too.
I have this one client, and I probably shouldn't talk shit about my clients, but I don't care. I have this one client who will demand me come meet with him just to tell me something that would take a fucking 10-second phone call. So instead, I have to make a 30-minute each way drive, usually early in the morning in rush hour traffic, just for this guy to tell me something he could fucking send an email for. It's just like fucking ridiculous. Ugh, I can't wait till I'm fully self-sufficient and self-employed. Dennis Newman's watching, you sexy fucking bastard. If you guys aren't watching the Newman Show on Monday nights and you're weak-ass motherfuckers, seriously, watch the Newman Show. Because Dennis is awesome. He's sexy. Now, I want to give another thanks to Dennis for having me on his show when I was up in New York 2 weeks ago. Good times. Lovely studio facility they have there. Really is nice. No, I'm not kidding. That wasn't a joke. It's really nice.
I believe
it's a nice setup. It's cool. They got like a couple different studios in there. They got like an area where they do live music. I think they do that on like Thursday nights or something.
That's
They have like
cool.
a stage set up with, drums and guitars, bass and everything. They have like a couch type set with, talk show couch kind of thing, which is cool. I think they like do live DJ stuff. It's fucking cool setup. It's like
That
a
is
cool
very cool.
concept. It's awesome. See, and you can have shit like that in New York. Like in Florida, there's like 3 people who are talented and committed enough to like keep using it and make it work, and it's just not enough.
Are you
That's
saying
my
there's
gripe.
more people in New York?
Oh hell yeah, more people who are dedicated to
Gotcha.
doing something.
Gotcha.
Down here, I love the people I work with here, but Jesus Christ, there's no hustle. Ron says spam is the shiznit. Okay. I've only intentionally eaten it like twice in my life and was unimpressed both times. It was weird.
It's like salty ham. It just tastes like, I don't know, like salty processed ham or salty bologna, thick bologna. I don't know.
I get that. And I mean, it was good. I think I didn't fry it enough. Like it's supposed to be crispy. I'm supposed to fry it till it's crispy.
I've had it fried and raw. Not raw because
Yeah.
it's already like cooked in the can.
Yeah.
But I meant like out of the can straight.
Yeah.
I guess if you slice it really thin, you could use it as a sandwich meat if you really wanted to. I feel like that would be like an
I
appropriate
want to
usage.
like scrambled eggs looks delicious. I want to try that, but I gotta slice it but I'm the only one that would eat it. So actually, Roger would probably eat it because
You said
Roger's a fucking pig.
Spambled? Is that what you said?
Scrambled eggs.
I like it.
It's like scrambled eggs with spam.
I've never heard that phrase
Yeah, I didn't-
before. I mean, I understand what it is, but like
Yeah.
I've never heard that phrase. I like that. I like it.
Yeah, scrambled eggs.
It's a smash up word.
Nice. What do we got? I like steakums. Dennis, I'm right there fucking with you. As a matter of fact, I might have that tomorrow for lunch. Steakums. You ever have steakums?
Negative.
It's like chopped beef that they roll out super thin and they're frozen. You make like, they're sandwich steaks. So you fry them, you make like a cheesesteak out of them.
That's cool.
But they're super greasy. So it's not something you'd want to eat often. But there's something so... They're like White Castle burgers. Like I'll put it on the same level, even though White Castle burgers really aren't greasy. It's just like a greasy, beefy, salty mess. You put cheese on it, some peppers and onions, and it's just like so good. But when you really think about what you're eating, it is so fucking bad for you. Speaking of bad for you and stuff like that, I just want to announce that despite not giving a shit what I put in my body when I was in New York, I drank a lot of alcohol. I ate all kinds of fucking food. I ate pizza 3 days in a row and a lot of it. I'm down to 326 pounds. I'm 26 pounds away from breaking the 300 mark.
Woo-woo.
Yeah. And that was like not even doing anything. It was crazy. I was so impressed. I had to check my scale to make sure it was still working. But steakums are good, man. I'm actually legit thinking I'm going to make that for tomorrow. So I said to Roger today, we had hot dogs for lunch because our kids are out of school already and Roger's with me every day and got to feed the kid apparently. Did you know that you're supposed to feed your kids?
You can't just like put him outside and like let him take care of it.
No, despite the fact that he's 14 years old. I had some running around to do last week, so I was gone for like the whole day one day. And he keeps like calling, I'm hungry. I'm like, we have fucking stuff to make food. We have food in the house, dude.
Tell him to make food.
Like I said, I'm like, there's tortillas, there's cheese, make a quesadilla. Quesadilla. Julie, what's up? So later on we're gonna taste some Slim Jims. We have a few different flavors. We have original honey barbecue, and that's like a big monster one. It's nice and thick, and put that in my mouth. Sweet and hot and Tabasco flavored. So
Sweet and hot. Sweet and hot's one, right?
Sweet and hot is fucking good. I know that's fucking good because I just had one last week.
Sweet
and hot.
Sweet
and hot.
Super hot.
Yeah. So get your questions ready. Morgan's gonna be calling in just a little bit. You have to feed them every day. Apparently, Dennis, especially when he's as fat as my son, if you don't feed him every day, they get super fucking cranky. Jim Mitchell, what's up, dude? So yeah, what else? What else did I need to talk about? There was something. Yeah.
I was thinking of a question for Morgan Nichol.
Okay, so wait till Morgan calls in because you can ask her because I can't answer it.
No, I was writing it.
Oh, okay.
I was writing it down so I would not
all right.
forget it.
All right. So how's everybody? Well, let's check in with everybody in listener land. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody good? Anybody want to say anything? Anybody want to tell me to go fuck myself? It's cool. You could do that. You wouldn't be the first one, so you're not really that original. It's true. I don't make the shit up. For real.
I was going to ask you something and I totally forgot what it was.
I did have there was something I was going to talk about today, and I can't remember what it was. I need to like write shit down. Like I've been hitting the head so many times I cannot remember things. I think I have Alzheimer's or dementia. I mean, I am demented, but I hope I don't have that stuff. That would be bad.
You hope what?
I hope I don't have those things because that would be bad. Dementia or Alzheimer's.
Everybody's a little bit. I feel like everybody has a little bit of all of them.
Probably.
Like to some extent, it just manifests more in some people than others.
I dig it.
What do you have planned this week?
Work. A whole lot of work. I got a whole lot of stuff trying to bulk up on these auditions and get that going. I have to spend more time with the auditions. Not only I need to go down more than one avenue for my auditions. Really what I need to do.
How does voice acting auditions work? Like, do you have to like mail them in? Not mail them in, but like email them in?
No, I send them by the Pony Express.
No, I'm serious. Like, do you have to upload it to YouTube and then like put it on listed and send them a link, or like how does that work?
It's directly. Well, there's a couple different. The primary source of my auditions is a service. It's a pay-to-play service called voices.com. And they'll send me auditions that fit my profile. And I'll go in, they'll have a script. I read their script, make a sample, and directly through the website, I send it to them.
Oh, okay.
I do some through Upwork. There's another Voice 123 is another pay to play. Same type of thing. The one advantage to voices.com as opposed to Voice 123 is Voice 123, Upwork, Fiverr, all that stuff. You're negotiating directly with the client.
Right.
As far as money, they're supposed to pay you direct. So there's that, and you can get screwed over if you're not on your toes. Voices.com, and this is the reason why I went with them and paid them for the auditions, is they handle the transfer of money.
Okay.
Basically, the client will pay in, and then they pay you direct. So you're not chasing the client down. They won't give the client finished product without payment. So that's that. As far as that goes, it's great. The problem is, you tend to make less, or you could technically make a little bit less because voices.com takes a percentage for that service. So it's like, give them 2% and your money's guaranteed, or give them nothing and you could get nothing. So pros and cons. And that's kind of,
I understand that.
Yeah, that's the way it's got to be.
I'd rather have a professional company handling that part of it, so I don't have to deal with it.
And I did a lot of research. I talked to a lot of people who I know who are in the industry, and to try and find the best, the best place to start. And it cost a good chunk of money to sign up because, like I said, it is pay to play. So I had to pay for membership, plus they get a percentage. So they do have an investment in me working.
Right.
The more auditions. But then again, if I don't get the audition, somebody else will. So it's not that they have that much of an investment, because somebody's going to get the job. And it's up to the client. So it's up to me to produce a good sounding, demo, audition demo. And then, I've had some clients like that. I have a ton of auditions that are out there and they haven't made a decision yet. So it's a slow process. So I'm trying every day to get 10 to 15 auditions out.
Are there any live auditions for that sort of thing?
Not that I've experienced, but I'm sure there are to some levels. Like most of this is, okay, production company XYZ is producing a local commercial in the Tulsa, Oklahoma market for Joe's Used Cars.
Yeah.
So they'll put out on voices.com, hey, we need somebody to read this script for Joe's Used Cars in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a 15-second spot, so it's got to fit, and they'll give you a little bit of direction as far as what they want it to sound like. They'll give you some artistic direction, but for the most part, it's on you to give them your interpretation. A lot of what I do is, matter of fact, formal, just talking. I've done a few that were like the big announcer voice. One was for a fireworks show in like fucking some Midwestern town.
I guess I was thinking about it, that you can basically since you work from home through the internet, you can work for anyone.
Yes.
That's interesting.
It's freelancing. So,
yeah.
And it's non-union right now. It's freelancing. So the more you audition, the better chance of getting jobs are. And some of the jobs, I mean, the pay varies. There's no constant. What do we got? Yeah. So it's just a matter of getting out there and being persistent with the auditions. And, I've seen a few of the same production companies and the same contacts putting up multiple auditions, call for multiple auditions. So the more that I get seen and heard, the better of chances of getting work.
What are they?
That's all right.
For the most part, what types of auditions is it? Like for commercials, for products, or is it for like what for the most part, what do you get auditions for?
Everything. Everything from instructional videos, like online, like narrating YouTube videos, doing commercials like that. There were a couple national spots that I auditioned for. I'm not going to get into who they were, but a couple of them were pretty companies that every household name type things.
Okay.
It's the full gamut, audiobooks, not just through audible.com that I've already done and I have published, but so there are some audiobooks. Video games is huge. I've done quite a few video game auditions. And, the cool part about the video game auditions especially is doing characters, which is kind of cool. Like I did one where they were looking for somebody to basically be the voice of death and the voice of a character. So I had to do, you're right over there.
Yeah, sorry, I slipped.
So I had to do two distinct sounding voices.
Okay.
Which is really, if you know me, that's really out of my comfort zone. But I figured with this, why the fuck not? I'll try to somebody here. You're
Valerie.
like turning it. Oh, Valerie's here. Hi. So, it's out of my comfort zone, but it's something to do. Worst case, it's going to suck and they won't use it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Is there ever a situation where you would reach out to somebody and say like, hey, I want to like do the not audiobook, but like, well, that's a good example. Would you ever like reach out to an author and be like, hey, I want to do the audiobook for this? Or how would something like that work? Is there something that you would reach out to the person and say, I want to work for you?
It's funny you mention that. There is one. Did she leave?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I don't want her to hear this. There is one audiobook that I want to do the audiobook version. And I've reached out to the publisher and the author repeatedly and have not gotten an answer back. And it's because I'm fucked up in the head. The book is called Hand in the Bush, The Fine Art of Vaginal Fisting.
I know what that book is.
I want to do the audiobook.
I mean, when did that book come out? Because I've been hearing about it for a long time.
It's been out for a long, but there is no audiobook version of it. So I want to do the audiobook version. Of course, the least sexy sounding, like, I mean, I could sex it up a little bit. Like, put the whole fist in. No. I just think it's fucking funny. And it's just comical that I keep reaching out. So I'm like, can I please do the audiobook for this? I want to almost record. I almost want to break that and buy the book, record a sample, and send it to them. Like, look, this is what you could have. You could have my sexy,
I think you should do that,
buttery baritone voice reading about fisting in such a sexy way that I'll be flooding basements all across this land. But
you should do it. You should.
I should record a sample.
Yeah.
I still want to do Stephen Henry's book, but I need a female character to do it because I'm not going to start doing female.
Female points. The female.
That story's just fucking great. I have a female that wants to do it, but the problem is she's out of state, and to try and coordinate studio time with her and stuff.
I think I would try.
It's actually the one that called in about the mermaid porn that we talked about. Mermaid porn.
Yes.
Teddy.
Yes.
She is the one that wants to do it, and I sent her the script, and she's like, "Oh fuck, I definitely want to do that." And
I would consider it. I know I said no previously, but I would definitely consider it again. have a different point of view in my life now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would.
What changed in like a year? I mean, Jesus. Like it was only a year, and I've been with you like the whole fucking year. What changed so drastically that you're now willing to do that?
Because I think I was like a little bit. I was because I had recently started doing the podcast with you, and I don't know. I just maybe I feel a little bit more comfortable in my own skin and in my own voice, so to speak.
Okay,
if you will.
Well, I believe this is Morgan, so we shall answer this as soon as it picks up over and I can get on speakerphone. There we go. Morgan, what's up?
Hi.
How are you? Oh, hang on.
I'm good. How are you?
There we go. I had to turn the sound up. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I'm fantastic, everyone. This is Morgan Nichol, also known as Curvy Barbie Doll on the Instagram for those who are on the Instagrammy. I'm an old fart, so I'm still like learning how to use Instagram. Like people I figure out how to share shit, and I'm just awful with it.
I'm still figuring it out too. I have my best friend that tells me how to do things. Like if I didn't have her, I seriously wouldn't know how to do anything.
Yeah, my problem is I'm just too lazy to ask. So yeah, I'm just kind of that's just the way it is. So thanks for calling in. For those of you out there in listener land who are not familiar, why don't you introduce yourself, Morgan? Tell them about yourself, what you do.
Well, basically, I would call myself a plus size influencer.
Me too.
I model clothes for plus size clothing lines, post them on my Facebook, or not my Facebook, my Instagram. And basically, I'm just like trying to show girls that it's okay to be sexy and comfortable in your own skin, but do it in a classy way and still have respect for yourself. Like that's my big thing with what I'm doing.
And nowadays that's definitely an important thing is, the being positive about, bodies come in all shapes and sizes. Not every woman needs to look like a stick. In fact, that's not my thing personally.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, like, I don't even like sometimes even being labeled plus size. And then I also have the fact that, like, there's the whole curvy and plus size thing, and I don't understand any of it. Like, I don't understand why we can't just be, all out here just doing our thing. But, I get a lot of times where when I'm labeled as a curvy model, I have people coming at me saying, you're not curvy, you don't have curves at all, you're a plus size woman. And then sometimes with plus size women, they think I'm like not big enough to be in the plus size category. So it's just one of those things that at least we're like finally able to, this is something that we're having a conversation about. Because 10 years ago, this wasn't even, you would have never seen, Tess Holiday. You would have never seen a plus size woman on the cover of a magazine.
Exactly. And, I find it amusing that everybody needs to attach some sort of a label to something else, plus size model, curvy model. I'm a big dude. I'm 6'4", and as of yesterday, I'm 326 pounds. Yeah, go me. So I'm a big, freakishly large dude. And the one thing I gotta say, as I'm getting old, I'm 41 years old now. Now that like the dad bod is the thing, it's like I'm finally fucking hot now. This is awesome. But,
we got our own category. All right.
But like, I've always been the fat guy. I mean, I played football for a long time, so I was, I wasn't like out of shape and unhealthy, but I was just a big dude, and I was never skinny. I was never cut, and I was like the big doofy fat guy that everybody hung out with because I was a lot of fun. And now it's like I have something I can call myself that's like cool. I'm like dad bod with my cargo shorts and shit, and then that's where I lose people is at cargo shorts.
Yeah, cargo shorts gotta go.
No, I disagree. I need pockets. I need places to put stuff.
You can wear cargo shorts as long as you don't wear socks with sandals.
Never. You will never see me wearing flip-flops outside of my house. You will never see me wearing socks with fucking sandals. I at least have some respect for myself. Not a lot, but enough not to do that. That's like that seems like such a Tampa thing. Like everybody in Tampa wears socks and slides. It's annoying.
Everybody everywhere does it, and it looks bad.
You see it a lot here too. I'm more like in the Destin, Pensacola area. I'm in the country part of that, but I mean, same thing here. Same thing here.
You see it in South Florida too, so it must be just a Florida all over thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
thing.
and I'll see my son do it, and I just slap him. I have to slap him. Like, you just got to slap some sense into the kid.
That would have never
least
crossed my
stop
mind
it.
is to wear the two together.
No, actually, even worse, it's not just sandals or slides. He will throw on flip flops and socks, like with the thing between your toes with socks.
That's really putting a lot of effort to wear the socks with the flip flops at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's lazy, so he's putting that much effort into something. I kind of can't hate that, but at the same time,
Right?
it's socks and flip flops. I have to hate it by virtue of it being socks and flip flops. So, you just hit the 70,000 follower mark on Instagram. Is that right?
So crazy. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm
It's so insane.
I'm getting close to hitting 700. Yay! It's funny. Like I'll follow people back. Like I haven't figured out that thing, but like the people I follow and the people that follow me for the most part are people that I interact with, either interact through the show or interact through comedy or family and friends. So like having strangers follow me, there is a handful, and I'm grateful and appreciative for that. But like to have people commenting on your stuff that you don't know but follow you, that's got to be a little weird.
It is really weird, and it's still something that like I'm adjusting to. I mean, it's just part of it. The bigger picture for me is the fact that like I have girls who message me every single day and say, "Morgan, thank you for that last post. I just bought my first two-piece swimsuit. I've never worn a two-piece swimsuit before, but I saw that you did it, and I'm gonna do it." And like that for me like means everything.
Yeah, that's got to make you feel good.
Yeah.
Most
but, like yes. The creepers and all the comments, like it's a lot, and I have my moments where I shut off, like I'm not posting, like I'm just reposting things, like I'm really not like involved, and like I have to shut down because I have to take a break from it sometimes and like go back to my real life because I'm not curvy Barbie doll, but like I am to 70,000 people.
Exactly.
That's a lot of pressure.
Exactly, and that was actually one of the things I want to talk about was the weirdo factor and the creeper factor. I know Nicole's had some experience with creepers. Nichol is a dancer. She's a comedian. She's out there in the public eye, and I'm sure she's gotten.
Yeah, there's been a few.
Yeah,
there's been a few.
But like some of the things, like I thank God I don't have to deal with that. Like, I mean, I deal with weirdos in general, but that's like just a fun hobby. I just can't imagine. And some of the stuff, like I've seen some of the comments people have left on your stuff. I've seen some comments that you almost have to admire, even though it's awful, like the balls on some people. Like
absolutely. Like some of the things that they say, I'm like, who are you? Like how can you just say that and put that out there for everybody to read? Like, and it blows my mind. But like, I mean, that's just the reality I live in. It's like, okay, so you see the comments. Can you imagine what they say in the DM?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, obviously I've seen horror stories. I'm in the entertainment business, so I speak to a lot of people, a lot of girls about this. And like the DMs just got to be the worst thing ever. Just waking up to like a pile of dick pics.
It's a pile of dick pics. I don't open my Snapchats. Like, as of right now, I have like 800 unopened Snapchats. And like, my friends are like, just give me your phone. And then they're just like, wow, like 5 in. And I'm like, see, this is why. Like, I don't respond to anything. I don't open the messages. And a lot of times, like, I can tell, like, I'll go through the messages because I do like to respond to like the people that are actually there for good reasons. So I go through the messages as much as I can, and I've gotten pretty good at filtering out pretty quickly what ones to open and not,
Yeah. That first little line that you can see, you can kind of tell whether or not you want to go down that road. And usually, if he's got like a name,
Instagram warns me if it's a picture, so I'm like, not even gonna open that. No.
Did you ever used to respond, or have you just always kind of ignored it?
In the beginning, like I would try and be nice and like be like, well, thank you, have a great day, and it just like would then just go into like a spiral of like where they would have a conversation pretty much with themselves, but like somehow like they thought I was interacting too, and it just was like, holy moly, I can't with all of this. So no, I don't really, not with the men. With the women, yes.
So one of the listeners who's a good friend of mine. He's one of my fellow comedians up in the New York City area. Great guy. He's got his own TV show he does named Dennis. Dennis is asking or saying, I still don't understand dick pics. Has that ever worked? No,
absolutely not. Like, unless if a girl wants to see that, like, that, like, you don't just need to send it. So that's not something that we need to just open up and it's just like in your face. First thing in the morning. So
what you're saying is a guy just sending a dick pic won't open the door? That won't be the thing that does it? Man.
It's just not going to work for me. Sorry.
Damn. That's what Dennis, that's what you've been doing wrong the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
No, what's funny, I do a joke on stage, talking about dick pics. I'm married and I say, have you ever accidentally sent a dick pic to the wrong person? And I sent one to my mother-in-law, and it wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident, though. My wife took a picture of my backyard that I hadn't mowed in a while and said, look what he didn't do, so I just returned the favor. But but what's funny, and actually I do another bit, you're talking about, sending dick pics. Like, when I was younger, when I was around that, the late teens, early 20s, when people are really getting into doing that nowadays, like, back then, the only way to send a dick pic is you had to take the picture, take the film down to the local drugstore and have it developed. And then you had to put it in an envelope with a stamp and address it and hope that the girl's father didn't open her mail. That's how we sent dick pics back in the day. We had to put effort into it. I'm only kidding. I never actually did that.
You had memories that way.
Well, I guess. I remember one time, believe it, this is actually funny. I remember one time I was in college and I took a picture of my girlfriend and she was topless. It wasn't anything really graphic, but I took it to the Genovese drugstore to have my film developed. They wouldn't develop it. They left a note. They've developed the rest of the roll, but they didn't develop those pictures. Yeah. They left the negatives in there, but they left a note saying that they do not develop pictures of nudity, with nudity. It was kind of funny. And it was like, it was, she was, posed. It wasn't anything like vulgar or obscene.
Back
it was just
in the day, they didn't play though. Back in the day, they didn't play about things like this.
Yeah, well, I mean, back in the day, somebody else had to look through your pictures. I mean, there was no way around that.
And,
now you
can. And you don't think they didn't print out a copy of that?
Oh, I'm sure they did. I mean, she was a good-looking girl.
Yeah, they took theirs or yours. Gave you the negative back though. You're welcome.
Dennis said he'd rather disappoint the girls in person. Dennis, I like your style, brother.
I like his style too. I like the effort.
Megan says that's the way to think of it. Yep, that is the way to think of it. We got to behave ourselves. Mom's listening. Mom's watching the show.
Hey, Mom.
Nicole's mom's watching the show. We can't talk about sending dick pics. I wonder if anybody sent your mom a dick pic randomly.
Probably my dad when he was in the Navy.
That's hilarious. Yeah, but that was he had to send it, develop it.
Yeah.
But
my mom's just gotten to the point where she doesn't even get on my lives anymore. She doesn't look at my stories. She doesn't look at the comments. Her and my stepdad is just like, no, absolutely not.
Okay, we have listener Megan Denise. Megan, I want to applaud her for using the phrase spank bank. All right. I thought I was the only one that used that one. No, I'm not. Awesome. No. Use that. Everyone share it.
Canadian right there. That's my Canadian. That's right.
She's Canadian?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I had to explain to my friend who doesn't speak very much English what a spank bank was.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a phrase I use probably to myself at least once a week. Like, all right, add it into the spank bank.
He speaks like 75% English.
I met Megan. Now I use it at least once a day.
That's awesome. But going back to the creepers, I mean, have you ever encountered anyone that actually made you uncomfortable and feel truly unsafe? Not just like looking at him and be like, oh, this guy's an asshole, but like a legit bad creeper.
Yes. I had one that found me because I keep my Facebook separate from my Instagram just because I do have a full-time job. That's the thing. A lot of people don't understand is I've been a hairstylist for 12 years. I have a full clientele. That's my moneymaker, So this guy found me through Facebook, found out where I worked at, and he came to the salon get a haircut.
Holy shit!
And it just really freaked me out. Really freaked me out.
And rightfully so. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't cut his hair or anything, and nothing's happened since then. I'm still alive. Everything's cool. But that was one of those times where I was like, you know what? Maybe this isn't even something I should be doing. All right, Bailey, quit.
That's that's scary as hell. Now,
Yeah.
Again, thankfully,
really
I don't
scary.
have to worry about that. And if somebody wanted to find me, I'm not hard to find at all.
Mm.
But that's something that especially women have to really take into consideration because guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, we live in a society where, let's say something does happen to me, a lot of people are going to say, well, look at her Instagram, look at what she posts,
Yeah.
she was asking for it.
That's bullshit.
Kind of,
That's a bullshit thing for people to say. I hate hearing that.
Yeah.
It annoys me.
yeah.
Morgan,
But
I have a
I
question.
get slut shamed every day, for what I do. I live in a very small Christian town, and I get slut shamed every day for what I do.
Yeah, but you want to know something? Those people that are repressed, that old lady in church has choked on dick a few times. It's she won't. The only difference is she won't fucking admit it.
She will never admit it.
No, but it's happened. I mean, it's definitely happened. We know it's happened. All of us know. I mean, we're just not going to say it. What were we going to ask Nicole?
You said that this guy came to your job. Has the opposite ever happened where somebody recognizes you and they recognize you in a positive way?
Yes, that has happened, and it's weird for me because I was a hot mess express. When this girl came up to me in Walmart and just started talking to me. But I mean, it's really cool, and it's that's the part of this that I enjoy when things like that happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, Nicole's mom just said no dick pics, but when she was in junior high school on her way home from school, some random guy in a car exposed himself. She would have preferred a dick pic. That's awesome.
I don't know. I might like that. That might be. I mean, I never had that happen.
You know what? It's like,
Better
have you ever gone to a nude beach?
No.
Okay, here.
I would love to. I would though. I'm down.
Hang on. Here, I'm going to spoil the thought for you. You're expecting to go out there and see good-looking dudes out there sunbathing with the
I know exactly what it's going to be, and I'm excited for it. I want it. I want to be out there with all of them, just hanging low, just out there having a good old time. Yeah,
the first time I went to a nude beach, I was expecting all these hot chicks and good-looking people, sun and naked, and it was a couple of really old dudes with really saggy balls. It was just
that makes me feel better. I'd just be throwing my clothes off, all right, I'm here for the party.
All right. I can get that too because I'm thinking about myself now. I'm I probably wouldn't go to a nude beach now. Nobody wants to see this.
I'm totally down. But it couldn't be a lot of people. It couldn't be a lot of people. I don't think I would do it if there was a whole lot of people around.
I think I would feel better if it was a ton of people.
Because then you'd kind of get lost in the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. To me personally.
See, that's the problem. I can't get lost in a crowd. I'm
Right? You're taller than everybody. You're going to stand out regardless.
No kidding. I went and saw Shakira. You remember Shakira?
Yeah.
I was obsessed with Shakira.
I went to a Shakira concert at the Nassau Coliseum, and the seats we had were on the floor where they put the hockey rink down low. But we were we were in the back, and most of her audience and most of her following is Hispanic. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting in the back. She starts performing. Everybody stands up. I stood up, and I'm looking over everybody's head with an unobstructed view of the stage. There are some positives to being this tall.
Especially at a concert.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Oh, Brian's saying, "Hey, Big Raj, how you doing, buddy?" Brian, I'm alive. You didn't come to my show when I was in New York, and I'm very hurt by that. But I'm so hurt. I'm over it now. I'm good. I miss you, bro. Part of my New York following. We are in Tampa. I'm originally from New York, so if you don't know that connection, now you know why I talk about both places.
Yeah.
So
I've lived here my whole life. I've never lived anywhere else besides Florida.
Okay. I like it down here. It doesn't snow.
Yeah, it's super hot here right now. I know that.
Oh my God. Yeah, and I drive a black truck with my air conditioner broken.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a black SUV, but I got AC. So.
Yeah.
My old car.
Winning.
AC was broken, and I didn't have my window didn't work.
Yeah,
for
but that car was white.
I know.
And you're tiny. Try being a fat guy in a black truck.
When you're fat, you're already hot. So it's that that's just not. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
If I think about exerting any effort, I'm starting to sweat, getting out of breath, and needing a nap and a snack. Brian, I'm just busting your balls, man. I get it. You don't have to come to every show. I'm just fucking with you. Relax yourself. But so now when you started, how long have you been doing the modeling and trying to make it in that end of the world?
Actually, I'm about to hit my year mark. Like right after the 4th of July was like when I started actually doing this.
Okay. How much have you noticed of a change in the audience the bigger it gets? Like has the audience, the response, the reception to you, obviously in volume it's going to change, but has people's perception of you in general, has that changed at all, or
I don't think so. I feel like I've had like such positive like females behind me that have like been, pushing me the whole way, that have supported me and stuff. So, and like along the way, I've met more people. So for me, I feel like my network has just built and built and built and built. And like, it's just, I hope it just keeps going, like I really like haven't had a lot of negative things besides like, comments and stuff happen to me so far. Like, I'm one of the lucky ones. Like, I've known girls that things like that have happened to them and stuff, and like I've learned from their experiences, and luckily I've had people along the way that have like given me tips.
Yeah,
the do's and don'ts.
And I've seen. I mean, I'm connected to a lot of people, and I read through a lot of comments just to see people's reactions to different things, and a lot of those comments that are like just straight out mean. That gets to me. It really pisses me off, especially even though it's not directed towards me. I get plenty of hate mail on my own just because I'm such an asshole. But when people are being attacked and attacking you based on realistically something that's truly beyond your control, or attacking your looks, or you're trying to put out this image and they're just being so negative. I hate that.
What really cracks me up though is the ones that like, when I do actually, because like sometimes I get to where I can't even go through the comments because the negative ones do get to me. I can't say that I don't sit here and get upset. Like I'm a human. Like I have feelings, and it's already like one of those things where I feel exposed because I'm like putting myself out there. So then when you're like made fun of, or mean things are posted like on your post for everybody to see, like, how can that not get to somebody,
Yeah, but and here's the thing with that. You say it's posted there for everybody to see. The majority of your followers are supportive and positive towards you.
Absolutely.
So they're either going to gang up on them, or you're right, Nicole.
And they do. Sometimes I have to tell them to calm down. Like, whoa, Wolfpack, down. Retreat.
And to see, it really bothers me when I see it. Like I've had plenty of people come at me for things I've said. I mean, my outlet to the world is through my words and through my voice. And I've had people come at me for things I've said. Most of the time I really don't give a shit, because seriously, I don't have to. But
you have to get to that point though where you don't give a shit, because it's like if you don't, then you're not going to be real. And like I can feel myself sometimes. Like there's been times where like I get in my little insecure bubble, and then like I'm starting to like see, okay, this girl's posting this posting this, so I need to do this, and then I'm like, whoa, okay, nope, that's not me. I don't care about that shit. I'm gonna do me. You know what? I'm gonna post this picture just like this. I don't care if anybody likes it or not. I think it's cool. And like I have to be real. I have to be genuine, because that's who I am. Honestly, I don't really care about all the followers and everything. That's not what's important to me. Like if this is as far as it went, I'm good with it, because like I have girls that like I know I help every single day. So it's like if I can help those girls every single day, then I'm fine. I'm good with where I'm at.
How did you get into this? Did somebody approach you, or did you reach out to somebody, or how did all this start?
That's actually like I guess it's a funny story now. Basically like my boyfriend pissed me off one day, and I had like taken some pictures for him, and I was talking about getting into this like Instagram influencing, because it was one of those things where like I had watched other girls, but I didn't know how to get into it. It's one of those things where like you just have to figure it out. So I had like said something to him. He was like, "Well, you better not post that picture." Well, I did it. Just like
fuck you, buddy. I like that.
And it went viral, and then it was like, like it wasn't like one of those things where like just a few people saw it. Like it went viral, and then I had brands reaching out to me and stuff like, "Hey, if we send you clothes, when you post them, will you try this product? And I'm just like, what? Free shit? All right. Like, and it just
That's awesome.
You know, it just went from there.
Okay.
That's awesome. I need that kind of response. Like I need Jack Daniels to be like, hey man, you're funny when you're drunk. Here's some booze. It's like I need that.
Right? Like I'm trying to get like a beef jerky sponsor. Like
well, it's
Crown.
Well, what's funny about that is I don't know if you started watching the show before you called in, but in an unusual maneuver, I usually don't endorse products or really talk about brand products, but after we're off the phone with you today, we're going to be taste testing some Slim Jims.
Oh man, I love Slim Jims. Like,
how can you not? But my son, was talking about their Instagram page, and the way that they act and react to people on social media. I started reading it. It's friggin' hilarious. They're great, and so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to cut this section. I'm going to send it to them. Be like, send me some free beef jerky because I'm a fat guy and I like that shit.
Well, it's like I love my like reality trash shows and Southern Charm. I don't know if anyone watched that. It's one of those trash shows. But one of the guys on there, his name's Craig. He got drunk on Amazon and ordered too much Jacqueline's beef jerky, so they picked him up as a sponsor. And like now he's like sponsored on Instagram and probably gets like a lifetime supply of Jacqueline's beef jerky. Why can't these things happen to me?
Seriously, shit. I got. There's a friend of mine that I just did a show with in New York. It was his stand-up comedy debut, but his claim to fame, he's got a huge following on Facebook. He will buy random shit on the internet while he's drunk. And I mean, he's bought like a penis-shaped pillow. He's bought cars. He bought a police car from a police department.
Like this guy.
Oh, you got his name's Peter Wolfinger, and you got to find him on Facebook. He'll go drunk.
I have to find him.
But he'll go live and order shit and talk about shit he's ordered. He ordered bobblehead dolls of him and his wife. And I know, Peter's a good friend of mine. I know them both personally. Him and his wife. His wife is the sweetest, most adorable girl ever. And this bobblehead looked exactly like her. He had a bobblehead made of himself. He's like, he just gets drunk and orders shit. That's his like thing. And
I do it too. Sometimes it happens. Amazon gets me in trouble.
Yeah, Amazon has truly like uncovered my laziness. Like I don't go to stores. I don't go to stores anymore. I go to the grocery store just because I like to like feel shit when I like to feel my meat.
Anymore. Publix delivers my groceries. I mean, useless.
Nah, see, I still got to go because I need to feel my meat and feel my produce.
I don't trust other people to pick my asparagus for me.
Point that microphone down, damn it.
I don't trust other people to pick my produce for me. That's all I said. My asparagus.
I've just become useless. I get everything delivered.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get everything but grow. I haven't gotten that far yet, but like everybody at the Publix store by me knows me. So it's like I walk in, it's like Norm walking into Cheers. They're like, Raj! It's like fucking great.
Well, my problem is like I go in the store and I pick up junk food and all the other stuff I'm not supposed to get. So it's like I just have my groceries delivered. And then I also get like Real Home Chef or like like I get meals delivered to me. And that's just how I live. Okay. I'm busy. I
saw that you had tried a couple of those home delivery, the meal delivery, and I'm trying to remember which one I tried. That
I tried a couple of them. I didn't like them.
What's that?
But like right now, I've been doing the Real Home Chef ones, and I actually like these ones.
I had tried
like
Hello
normal
Fresh.
Food I would eat. Yeah, Hello Fresh and Blue Apron weren't my favorite ones.
They were not.
No, I didn't really. Yeah, they're not my favorite, but I like the Real Home Chef. This has been the one I've been ordering from. Like, I like their real. See,
surprisingly, and I tried HelloFresh for a few weeks, and the reason why I stopped doing it wasn't necessarily the cost. It was my wife's trying to lose weight. My whole family, we're all trying to lose weight, and the recipes they were sending weren't unhealthy, but they weren't truly healthy. What I did do though is I saved a whole bunch of the recipes because some of them I was able to modify and make them a little bit healthier.
And that's the thing, like you get the recipes with it, so it's like that's my thing. If I don't even order it again, it's like at least I have the recipe and know what to get.
Yeah, and I mean, like the food was good, the quality was good. It was just plus I'm not I'm busy as well, so I'm not always home in time to take the delivery. And the last thing I'd want is the box of food, even though it's packed cold, could be sitting in the sun for a few hours. And I don't care how well you pack it, it's going to warm up.
It comes in one of those styrofoam coolers, right?
HelloFresh came in a box, and like inside the box, there were cold packs, and it was well packed. So like if I was definitely going to be home close to when it was going to be delivered, but there was like no exact delivery time. So it's not like they'd be like, all right, we're going to be there at noon. It was kind of like, we'll be there between noon and 4. Well, I may have a meeting, or I may have something going on, or,
I know this is slightly off topic, but I always underestimated the power of one of those styrofoam coolers until I had to use one this past weekend, and it kept ice in my car all day.
Yeah.
So,
those
those styrofoam coolers are the shit.
Yeah, the lid sucked. Like it kept falling off.
The lid sucks.
Yeah, the lid totally sucks. One time use.
But who needs a fucking $500 freaking
Yeti or some shit?
Oh shit, Wolfinger. We were just talking about Peter, and now here he is. He's listening now. Peter, I was talking about you, bro. You and your penis pillows and your police cars and everything. When he did his stand-up debut last week, his wife forced him to wear one of his drunk purchases, which was a giant inflatable penis, as it was part of a game. So there were 2 of them in the set, and it's Velcro's on, and you got to like knock the other guy's dick off, the other person's dick. So he wears that up on stage. I love
this guy.
Oh, Peter's awesome. Yeah, you can't not love this guy.
I want to write a poem about Peter.
Peter, penis purchaser.
Because you said penis, pillow, and police car. Peter's police
penis pillow.
Peter, I don't know. I want to write a poem about it.
He So after the show, we end up going to a bar across the street with this giant inflatable penis, which was about the size of a newborn infant, and I'm carrying it around as such. It was, yeah. Peter, we love you. Let me see. What else do we? So where do you see this? Where do you see this voyage going? Do you have like a goal in mind that you want to hit, or you just want to keep riding it for what it is?
I mean, honestly, like I would love to have my own like plus size clothing line I would love to start with swimsuits, because I feel like there's not a lot of options for plus size girls with swimsuits. I'm a Florida girl. I'm always in a swimsuit. And that's been my biggest challenge, like being a plus size woman, is like finding swimsuits that I'm comfortable in. And I know I'm not the only one.
Are you interested in designing your own swimsuits?
Yes. Like it would be something that it would be 100% me. I'm not one of those girls that can just like stamp my name on something. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to be 100% in. It's going to be completely on me.
I would like to collab with you. We can talk more about it off air later. But I make costumes, and so I've been thinking about creating other people's designs. Is that something you would be interested in?
Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely talk about that.
Nicole's good at what she does.
So,
I mean, that's something I've always wanted to do, but it's like I've been, sitting back, just dreaming about this for a long time, and didn't really. I don't want to say like I always believed in myself, but I guess it's just like I didn't have the courage to actually try. And now it's like I'm gonna try, regardless of what happens. Like I'm gonna see what happens, because I feel like if I don't, I'm always gonna wonder.
And that's the best way to be. I mean, when I look back at my life, and I mean, I'm not that old, but like I'm just now getting into doing voiceover work, and I got into stand-up comedy later in my life. I was 35 or so when I got it. I almost regret not doing it sooner.
Me too. I think that's my thing. It's like I wish I would have. Now it's like I wish I would have known what I know now, like when I was like 27, and not just doubted myself and like wasted all those years. But I also feel like everything happens for a reason, and everything has a timeline when it happens. And I feel like maybe this is when it was supposed to happen.
True. That is true.
Everything happens for a reason at the right time.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Truths. We're speaking in truths.
Right?
So
it's getting real in here.
Hell yeah. Well, it's about to get even realer, and we're going to see if we can do this without fucking it up. I told you we do this thing 20 questions. The problem is the 20 questions are on my phone, and the way my setup is, I can't really touch my phone. So we're going to have to do these from memory. You have it saved, Nicole?
Maybe I can look.
Oh shit, Nicole!
I have
with your
a
fucking
version of them at some
close
point.
enough. We'll
Hold on,
fucking
save the day.
Nichol is like, you know when you were in school and there was that one kid that like took notes for everything, was very diligent about that, but it wasn't you.
Everybody knew that a Nicole.
That was Nichol. Nichol is the one. Hey, did you take the notes in third period fucking algebra? That you would go to Nichol for that.
You can start some of them because it's going to take me a while to find it.
Okay. All right. So we do this thing 20 questions, and some of the questions are absolutely deep and philosophical. All right. Maybe 2 of them are. The rest of them are silly and just general about you kind of questions. So let's get started, shall we?
All right.
What is your favorite color?
Pink. Just like Barbie.
Of course. Wouldn't expect any other color from Barbie. Duh. Let's see. Vanilla or chocolate?
Oh, I'm a swirl girl.
Oh, the best of both worlds right there.
That's right.
That's
right.
Do they have Twisty Treat up by you?
We do not.
Oh, it's cute. The building is shaped like an ice cream. Have you ever been there, Nichol?
I've never eaten there, but I live by one.
Oh, you need to stop there. The building is shaped like a giant ice cream cone with ice cream on top. You need to go and make sure you get the butterscotch dip.
Ice cream.
Okay.
Butterscotch dip is where it's at.
Oh man.
Favorite
Now I'm about to go get an ice cream.
non-alcoholic beverage.
Oh. Number 3, what is your favorite non-alcoholic beverage?
Sweet tea.
Like a true Southern girl.
You could say adult beverage. We can get out of the way.
Yeah. What is your adult beverage of choice?
Ooh. Well, I try to behave these days, so I'm going to go with Michelob Ultra, but back in the day, I was a vodka tonic girl.
All right. Well, I'm trying to do these from memory.
Literary character.
What is the literary character you most identify with, or fictional character you most identify with?
Oh, dear Lord.
Well, actually, I know which fictional character would probably be. It would probably be Barbie.
Right?
I'm a Barbie girl. I can't sing that.
I would feel like, maybe like Marilyn or Anna Nicole.
Okay.
That's always been like my vibe. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I know them. I know that sounds weird, but I do. Like I've studied them and I know everything about them.
Just please don't finish off the world the way they did, please.
Right? Like it's just such a sad like way they both ended. You know, like they just. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry, I do that.
That's all right. What is your favorite cheesy movie?
Oh, my favorite cheesy movie? Probably Grease. Or
what? Like a cheesy? You know, cheesy movie is kind of subjective.
Yeah, like cheesy, like romantic, cheesy, like comedy.
Just cheesy in general. I mean, I wouldn't, go with like, Gone with the Wind. I wouldn't consider that cheesy, but cheesy is from your perspective, like a cheesy movie. Never even.
I don't even know.
I was gonna say.
I don't even know.
I've never even given this much thought to this question.
Yeah.
You gotta give me something.
I said Grease.
Oh, Grease. Oh, you said Grease.
One.
Oh, Grease is a fucking cheesy movie.
It is a cheesy movie, so why can't you accept that?
Because I didn't hear you say it.
Oh.
So now it is accepted. Okay. What was the first album you remember buying?
Oh man, you're gonna do this to me. Oh man. Britney Spears, baby.
I have an interesting story about Britney Spears that I've told a couple times, but I'll fire it off quickly for you. I have had Britney Spears in the back seat of my Jeep.
That's awesome. I met her mom and her sister. I served them ice cream.
Oh, really?
Of course.
You ever meet her father?
No, I only met her mother and her sister.
Her father's an asshole. I don't like him.
Oh,
but
well.
I did security work for her, but executive protection work for her while she was on tour with Nicki Minaj, and we used my truck to move her because the paparazzi knew the vehicle we were using, so they were sitting there staring at it. So I came through the backside. They all jumped in my truck, and we took off out of town. So
it has to be hard to be Britney Spears, though. Like that, to wake up and be Britney Spears,
Well,
That's a lot.
what I will say is she was absolutely sweet. She was so nice. She didn't really talk much. I don't talk to the clients I work for unless I need to have a conversation with them. But she was absolutely sweet. Everything she did, and this was 2011. Everything she did was like pre-planned, pre-programmed. She didn't do anything on her own. She didn't say, "I'm going to go do this." It was like a whole big production to get her moved around and make sure she was safe and sane. But she was an absolute sweetheart. She truly was. The rest of her staff were awesome, and her tour bus smelled fantastic. So that was album. Hang on, I'm writing these down as we go. What is your this I'm interested to hear. What is your guilty pleasure song? Like the one song that everybody hates, but you'll rock the hell out to it. I mean, it could be a song everybody loves too.
Don't Stop Believing.
Journey. All right. When that song comes on, when those first.
Everybody stops. Like they can say what they want, but everybody sings that song.
I don't care who you are. As soon as those first chords get played, every single person becomes a small town girl, born and raised in South Detroit.
Exactly.
Let's see, guilty pleasure song, album.
Celebrity Free Pass.
I don't know if you have a significant other currently. Whether you do.
I do.
Okay. If your significant other were to give you a free pass to hook up with any celebrity, and they'd be a willing participant, like the celebrity would be consenting to it. If you can nail any celebrity or bang, whatever one word you want to use, hook up with any celebrity, who would it be?
Oh man, Ryan Upchurch. I'm obsessed with him. Just like obsessed with him.
Yeah.
But he's got a girlfriend. So I mean, but if we could, and we got that hall pass, I was down. There you go.
Time period.
What's that?
Time period.
That's a good one. If you could have lived through any time period, either present, past, or you could say future, but we don't know what the future holds. Any time in the world or in history, when do you think you would have fit in the best?
I would have loved to have been in my 20s in the 80s. Like I would have fucking just rocked out.
The 80s. The 80s were a good time. I kind of remember them.
I don't know if I would have survived it, because I would have went hard, but I think it would have been great.
The club scene through the 80s was pretty hardcore. But that's definitely a fun time. I mean, of all the time period, that was a fun time in life. For those who are just tuning in, we are talking to Morgan Nichol. She is a social media influencer, model, awesome human being. That's who we're talking to. So for those who are asking and wondering, iPhone. Here's one: iPhone or Android?
iPhone. I don't even like to admit it because I used to be a Droid girl, but I'm an iPhone girl now.
Just so you know, you just lost points in my book. Just saying.
I'm sorry.
Just saying.
I lost followers.
Actually, I think the best response to that question was, I'm a big Android fan. Nicole's a big Android fan. Most of the people I hang out with are Android fans, and we had somebody in here once, and I said that I hate iPhone, and her immediate question back was, "Why? Because you're poor?" Like that's probably part of it. That's probably part of it, but fuck iPhone.
Hell, they're all expensive.
Hell yeah. What else? What is your dream car? Could be something new, could be something old, something borrowed, something blue.
Oh man, I really want a pink Corvette, like really bad.
Like, but here's the follow to that. Like with a Corvette, are you talking like a newer one or like a?
I want like an 80s. Yeah, no, I don't want a newer one.
That's a sweet.
Stingray, yeah. Mm-mm.
You have fine taste in automobiles.
Well, I was raised right.
That's true. There you go. What else, Nicole?
Round or flat?
Oh, is the Earth round or flat?
Is this your question? It's round.
Well, there is some psychotic ass people out there that think the Earth is flat for some reason.
I know. There was that one time.
I don't know. The way I keep seeing it and saying it is if the Earth was flat, cats would have pushed everything off of it by now.
Oh.
For real. If you could, your dream job, what job would be your absolute dream to have?
Oh man. I would love to like have my own, like I would love to like be a brand, like have my own clothing line, like my own skincare line, like be like a CEO. Because like obviously with modeling, like that's not gonna last forever. I'm 31 years old, so like I'm trying to think about, the next step of my career. Like I want to like see my name, on like a hairspray bottle or like a moisturizer. Like that's something I've always dreamed about.
Okay.
I've been in the beauty industry since I was 19 years old, but I've always been on the behind the scenes part of it. I never thought that this would like even be something I'd be talking about.
Okay.
Social cause.
That was my next one.
Okay.
What is the social cause that you most stand for and that means the most to you?
For me, women getting the same opportunities as men and being treated as an equal, being paid the same. I mean, that to me is very important. And I feel like it's just now something that we're like able to talk about and not have like repercussions for, like losing other opportunities and business opportunities for speaking about it.
Okay. I could dig it. What's that?
Dogs or cats?
Oh, dog or cat? We'll go back to the silly shit now.
Bug or cat. Sorry.
It's all right. I'm right there with you. But then again, it depends on how the Chinese food is cooked. Meow. What else, Nicole?
Day in the life.
We'll do that one last.
Okay.
Like I said, we're trying to do this from memory. I'm up to 17. What else can we think of?
I have a couple of random questions.
Okay, we'll go with those.
Okay. What's the farthest you've ever traveled?
Oh my goodness.
Alabama.
Like Tennessee.
I was gonna say so.
Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia. That's about it.
Where do you want to travel? That doesn't have to be one of the questions.
Yeah.
I want to I would love to I want to go to Jamaica. Like I want to go to be in the Caribbean. I've been to Mexico a couple times. Like I would love to go back there. But my favorite place in the world, to be honest, is Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Like I just love it there.
My only problem with Gatlinburg, it's becoming way too touristy. Like just
it has. It's kind of sad because it wasn't like that when I was younger, but I still love it there. And I love Helen, Georgia.
I've never been there.
That place is beautiful too.
What is the strangest job you've ever had?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So when I first was in beauty school, I got a job at Circuit City selling computers. And my ass didn't even know this guy came in who was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'm looking for a Hewlett Packard." And I was like, "We don't sell those here." And the manager behind me was like, "They're right here." I was like, "Oh, HP, that's what that stands for?" I lost that job that day.
And now we know why Circuit City is no longer in existence.
Right, fuck them.
Next question. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear?
What scares the shit out of you?
Favorite literary.
Honestly, for me, not being in control, not knowing what's next. I love to be, I like everything to be, punctual and know what's coming. And with life, obviously, it's not like that. So when things are coming at me, I don't always know how to handle it the best way. So thank God, my boyfriend knows how to deal with some of that stuff. Because that's definitely always been my thing. And I guess also, not accomplishing everything that I want to, being afraid to do something.
Okay. I get it. This is, I think, the last, we have one more question. So second to last question. What is your favorite literary work?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. I've read that book probably 50 times. That's definitely my favorite.
Nice. And Nicole has the final question. Go for it.
Take us through a typical day in the life of Morgan Nichol.
Morgan or Kirby? Because those are two different days. So you want to know what Morgan's day is?
Whatever you feel like sharing.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm a full-time hairstylist, so I like to wake up in the morning and, like, fuck with my dogs for a minute, get them situated, and then I'm out the door. Normally it's an 8 to 10-hour day at the salon. And then I come home and have a cold one, hang out with my animals, try and catch up on my emails or whatever I've got going on. And then I also have to get all my content ready for my Instagram and my modeling. So, I mean, every day I have something going on. I mean, I'm literally lining up outfits right now. I'm on the phone with y'all, but I'm getting my outfits together because I got a photo shoot on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. Now take us through a typical day in the life of Barbie.
Okay, Barbie's world. Oh, as soon as I wake up, I've got to do my hair, do my makeup. That takes anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. I've got to take out my outfits. I have to go live and interact with my followers. Then I have to post my pictures. I have to post every single day. You have to be interactive on Instagram when you're doing the influencing thing. And then most of the time I have to post products or something that someone sent me that I'm testing. So, I mean, every day I've got to be posting and I've got to be talking to my followers. And then I'm also at least once a week taking pictures. So, I mean, there's always something going on.
Okay. Keeping busy is the key. I think that was it. Did you think of any more? Or was we good? That was that was 20-something question. We should actually rename it to 20-something questions. Good job.
Right?
Good job. You got them all right. Good job.
I passed. Yay!
Is there anything else you want to tell the world that you want the world to know, either in general or about yourself? Anything we haven't? Did we miss anything?
Did we say social cause? Did we say that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It was equal pay for women and. See, come on, Nichol.
Sorry, keep up.
You're supposed to be taking good notes.
I guess for me, it's just really just back to body positivity. Like, just let us live. Like, the other day I was walking through a restaurant and I had a crop top on, and this girl nudged her husband to like say something to him, and everybody at the table and they all just like stopped and stared at me, and the lady was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she's wearing a crop top." So I sat my ass on the end of their table and introduced myself.
Yeah,
it's just like I hate that. Like, mind your business. Like, why can't I just if I want to wear a crop top and be sexy, if that's what I'm comfortable in, then let me wear it.
Well, like my mentality,
break down those barriers.
Like my mentality of like thinking about what I would do in that situation, I would almost walk up to the girl and be like, "You can say what you want, but he'd probably fuck the shit out of me. Have a nice day," and just walk away.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I don't think you really can't do that. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but that's
No, but I mean, look on his face. That's pretty much what it said, and I think that's why she was so upset.
Good. Well, you look with something like that, you got to look at it this way. That girl probably had a shitty rest of her day, and you probably smiled the rest of the day. So fuck them.
Exactly. I wasn't worried about it. But, that's the thing. Like, I want other girls. I do it because I want to help the other girls that, are insecure and, should I wear this? Should I do this? Like, I do it so that they're like, "Oh man, Morgan wore that. So, okay, I'm going to wear it." Like, that's why I do it.
By the way, Megan said you would do that.
She knows.
That's fucking great. Like, seriously, I mean, you almost have to just be blunt and frank about it to people, because no.
Honestly, like, I wasn't like that before. Like, I think like curvy Barbie doll, like, it's like this my alter ego, but like, she's a part of me, obviously, and like, she makes me braver. Like, she gives me balls. Like, I do things that I wouldn't normally do as Morgan. And I'm like, whoa, did I just do that? Did I just say that? Yep. All right, just go with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's made me like just have more pride in myself. Like, fuck everybody else. I love me. Fuck you.
Well, going back to the thing you said earlier about, not giving a shit as far as that goes. I've been saying that for a long time. My life changed the day I stopped giving a shit. And when I say stopped giving a shit, I don't mean like just completely fuck all responsibilities and everything. I just don't give a shit. I'm just going to go through life recklessly. But when I stopped giving a shit what people thought, I used to be quiet and shy for the most part, except when I was drunk. Now, in what I do now, I mean, I have to be, out there and in your face, and that's just. Who I am on stage is actually the same person I am off stage. Would you agree with that, Nichol?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the same asshole. It's
You project and enunciate a little more when you're on stage, and a little more poetic when you're on stage. You're behind a mic than you are, but other than that, you're the same person.
Yeah, I don't mumble and talk like a fucking retard when I'm on stage.
Exactly.
I try not to.
Exactly.
Try to speak clear. But and that's the thing. And one of the comedians that's been kind of a mentor to me, a guy named Vic DiPotetto, a few weeks ago, he made a video, and it was like a 3-minute long video of him just walking around his backyard, punctuating it by, I just don't give a fuck, and that's why my life is now awesome. And it's so true when you stop caring what other people, and that confidence, if you want to call it confidence, I call it confidence. Confidence is just being who you are, what you are, and being unapologetic about it. There's no need to apologize for being who you are. And
that's just where I've gotten to it with it. I'm unapologetic. It is what it is. If you don't like it, unfollow me. Don't like it, but this is it. This is what you get. And
it's seriously freeing. It really is freeing when you can, when you can walk around wearing a crop top. I wouldn't do that just because. Well, I mean, I probably would do it if I was being paid. I mean, let's not bullshit, but that type of confidence or just not caring what the criticism is going to be. Because it doesn't fucking matter. Because I'm going to do this because it makes me happy, and kiss my fat ass if you don't like it. Fuck off.
And it's like, a year ago, I was like, I didn't even want to wear shorts, and here I am now, like posting pictures of myself, like in bikinis and lingerie for, the world to look at.
Literally the world to look at.
I know you have a ton of followers on Instagram, and you can probably see your demographics and stuff. What is there? Obviously you have international followers. What's the country that surprises you the most that you have followers from?
Cairo,
really?
Egypt? Wow.
Okay.
Egypt.
See, I would definitely expect India, because I would just imagine the barrage of send Bobs and Vagine messages, just because.
India's at the top.
Some of those memes are just fucking hilarious.
I love the one where it's like, you better like compliment your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, because there's like 10,000 Indians in her DM doing. I was like, oh my God, that's so true.
Fucked up.
If you're just having a bad day, just go in your DMs. There's so many. You are so beautiful, but it's like beautiful.
That's the best part is the awful English. Which I mean, I've seen a lot of shit people that speak English have written, and you really can't say it's any worse.
My favorite one that I ever got was "Show me how to sex."
Show you how to sex.
He wrote "come for sex," but he spelled it K-U-M. I'm like, gee, you can't even
be naughty, right?
I can't even take you serious, sir.
That's when you tell him to send Bobs and Vagine.
All right. Well, my phone is at like 5%, so I don't want it to die on you guys.
That's all right. We appreciate you calling in. Everybody, if you're on Instagram, you should follow her at Curvy Barbie Doll. Right.
Thank you, guys. This was so much fun.
We appreciate you calling in. It was a hell of a lot of fun. Have a good night, and we'll be talking to you later. Nicole, I'll give Nicole your number, and you guys can collab and do whatever the fuck you're gonna do.
Okay, sounds good. All right, y'all have a great night.
Thanks, you too.
You too.
All right,
bye. Morgan Nicole, everybody. She was fun.
She's
nice. So check her out on the Instagram. Be nice to her. She's nice people. We're almost to the wind down, but we got something we got to do. We got to eat some meat. I want to put some meat in your mouth. And I mean that in a totally non-dirty way.
Do you know that my mom made a comment? Did you see that comment my mom made?
Which one?
She said that you said that you like to feel your meat.
I do.
We were talking about the grocery store.
How did I miss that?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Roger just declared he likes to feel his meat.
Yeah. I liked it. I like.
Wait, I think I ha-ha'd it too.
Oh, okay. She's like.
Yes, I did. Okay, so I did see it. I just didn't get a chance to read it. Read it out loud. But yes, I do like to feel my meat. I like to watch people put my meat in their mouth, especially when my meat is nice and moist. My meat is always hand rubbed and hand pulled. I'm trying to think if I got any good joke, any more good crappy
Something about
hacky ass
tenderizing
jokes.
it.
Yes, I tenderize I beat my meat to tenderize it, and I keep my meat nice and flavorful.
How do
Right
you
amount
like-
of salt.
How do you like it prepared?
Hot and moist.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's the best way to be. You know. You know. You guys, we try to talk about something serious, and you guys automatically start making dirty jokes about it.
It comes with the territory. We expect it out of you. We expect
know.
nothing less.
I know. I love you guys. You make me so proud.
Listen, when you get my mom to start making dick jokes, that you've accomplished something in your life.
Because your mom's awesome, all right?
She
think
would
your
have
mom's-
never made a dick joke a year ago.
Oh, she would have. She would have. She wouldn't have done it in front of you. But
Okay, that's fair.
we're just unleashing the inner beast that is your mom.
Okay.
And your mom's awesome. That's cool. So I want to put some meat in Nicole's mouth. Would you guys like to watch that? Because we have some delicious Slim Jims here. So my son, that's a highlighter. We don't want to eat a highlighter. So my son, actually, let me go over to their Instagram. So Slim Jim has a great social media presence on the Instagram, and they're humorous. They appeal to people, and I dig it. And I don't know if it's one of the guys or they just refer to Slim Jims as Slender James. I just think that's fucking funny. But when your 14-year-old tells you something, oh my God, that's delicious. Sorry. I open up Instagram and I see
Slim Jim.
a bunch of dudes playing guitars in the meat department of a supermarket. This was posted by the actor Michael Keaton. That's fucking great. So we pull this up and it's a lot of memes and stuff that gets posted. And I guess they refer to these as long boys. A long Slim Jim is a long boy. So yeah, we're going to taste a couple and see what we think. One thing I didn't do was bring some sort of a cutting implement.
Oh, just rip them open.
No, to cut them up.
Just tear them in half or tear part of it. I don't need the whole thing.
Here, tear some off of that. There we go. This one is an original. This is original.
This is the basis of what we're testing them on.
It tastes like a Slim Jim.
Slightly peppery aromatic notes. Very floral finishing. I'm kidding. Sorry. It's like Slim Jim. Salty. Cured meat.
I think it's just like my excuse to do this on camera. Was just a reason or just to justify eating 4 fucking Slim Jims.
Oh.
Good thing I don't have a cholesterol test on. I've always loved original Slim Jims. They're mystery meat at its finest.
Do you think that this was spam would taste like if it was dried? If it was like spam turkey?
I don't know. Like I said, I've eaten spam twice. So I don't know. I can't really describe the flavor profile of spam. I don't know if spam actually has a flavor profile. Oh, Matty Shady Collins. What's up, mate? We're eating some Slim Jims. Do you guys have Slim Jims in Australia? I'm sure you do.
Do
Like,
you call them something else?
yeah. You guys call them something else. I just woke up. What the fuck did I miss? You missed us talking to Instagram influencer and model Curvy Barbie Doll, who is absolutely gorgeous and sweet. You missed that. Now you're watching me put meat in my mouth.
Meat.
We're taste testing Slim Jims. This was an original.
I didn't know that you call them long boys.
That's what they call them.
I know. I'm looking at their Slim Jim Instagram.
Yeah.
Just a Slim Jim looking for a Pam. I don't get it.
Office, the show, The Office. Jim and Pam.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
So that was the original Slim Jim, and it's good. It's good. I don't know what a Slim Jim is. It is a cured smoked meat stick. They are thin. It look like that. It's like
it's a meat rope.
Meat rope. I would, if I had to compare it to something that would be popularly found everywhere. It's like a skinny, cheaply made salami. You know, it's a smoked sausage. If it really is a smoked sausage, it's super thin, probably about the diameter of a pencil. And it's, spicy, smoked, meaty goodness.
What do you think? They're like a foot long?
These are approximately a foot long.
Okay.
These are the long boys. Although the other one's a monster size.
They have little. I don't know if you'd call them a short boy, but they're like this big.
They come in like a pack of 5, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I get those. Actually, I get those every year. I put them in the kids' Christmas stockings. I'm fucking white trash as fuck.
I would be super stoked to get a Slim Jim as a.
I'm not cutting into the Slim Jim with this. I'm just cutting into the plastic.
Oh. Do you want me to open them in the feature?
No, if you want to.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Tabasco flavored Slim Jim. Yeah.
This is usually my choice.
Yeah. So this one's Tabasco flavored, like Tabasco sauce flavored, which I don't really like. What the fuck is a long boy? That's worse than a Slim Jim. This is a Slim Jim long boy, bro. It is. It's sweet. This is sweet and spicy flavored. Slim Jim. Back in the day, there was a wrestler named Macho Man Randy Savage, who did a commercial set. This one's got a little heat to it. He did a set of commercials like snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
You said slap you with a Slim Jim?
No, snap into a Slim Jim.
Oh. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Because it's got a hard casing that snaps when you bite into it.
Gotcha.
This one's all right.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Hang on. Maddie's saying Roger swallowing a foot-long smoked sausage. You know what? You know what? Fuck this shit.
Deep throat it. I'll give you $1 if you deep throat the sausage.
So.
I really want you to do ASMR. I think you'd be really good at it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Tabasco tastes like sadness.
I don't care. I like Tabasco and it tastes excellent on everything.
Well, no, it does not.
A lot of things, yes.
Would you find some real goddamn hot sauce?
I love real hot sauce, but if I'm in the mood for a little bit of hot sauce and not like a crazy, like my
Frank's
face,
Red Hot.
That's buffalo sauce.
So is Tabasco.
Tabasco sauce is not buffalo sauce because it's vinegarier.
No. Frank's Red Hot, not the buffalo wing sauce, the regular Frank's Red Hot.
It's like buffalo sauce. It's too thick.
I like it thick.
I like it for certain applications, like buffalo wings.
I had gone. That's true. There was the original buffalo wing sauce.
Yeah.
The my best story with Tabasco. I was in Louisiana, and the you know I'm gonna say this term, and it's a term of endearment for the Cajun people. This coon ass comes up to me in a bar, and he heard it was from New York, and all shit. He's like, "Hey, you ever have an oyster?" Like, I grew up on a fucking island with a town called Oyster Bay. Yes, I've had oysters. So he's like, I'll get you the best oyster you ever had. And it was a Gulf oyster. Thing was like a fucking dinner plate. I swear. I mean, I was drunk as fuck, but it was huge. And he's like, "Oh, you gotta put some Tabasco on it." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I take the bottle of Tabasco, so I basically pour the whole fucking bottle onto this one oyster. He's like, "Oh, you're fucking crazy." I'm thinking to myself, it's Tabasco sauce. It's not that fucking hot. And I fucking ate it, and they bought me drinks. It was awesome.
I like big oysters. I like oysters. I like raw oysters a lot.
I heard that about you. So I think we're going to go with the honey barbecue flavor Fat Boy. This one's thicker. So if you want a size comparison, that's a regular long boy, and that's the monster size.
So honey barbecue is the fat one.
Honey barbecue monster. So you can open it because you got skills. Between the salt and cholesterol, it's going to kill me. Tear some off. You can bite it. I don't give a shit.
No, I can't bite. I can't do this one.
Just fucking bite it. Just take. There you go. This one's definitely monster sized. Definitely got a crunchier casing. Let Roger taste the hot sauce I got you and Mike.
No.
Why not?
Because if you didn't like the hot mess sauce, then you won't like this sauce.
How hot is it?
Hotter.
Hotter?
Hotter.
Hotter than 5 million Scoville?
Yeah, it's 750 Scoville. 750,000 Scoville.
That's not that's less.
No, sorry. Million, whatever. 7,500,000.
Oh, you can keep that shit at your fucking house and don't ever put it near me or I'll kill you. No, Ma, I'm good on that shit. Everything, huh? Next week on Foo Bar, ice cream with Tabasco. There you go. You say you put it on everything.
I'll try it. It's very vinegary, and people put balsamic on their ice cream, so I'll try it.
You know, I like the flavor on this one. I've had this flavor before, just never in the thicker one. I don't like it in the thicker one.
This doesn't taste very honey barbecue to me. It just tastes like a Slim Jim that's not as spicy.
Yeah. I mean, it tastes a little bit of barbecue on it.
Like, I'd still fuck it up. Don't get me wrong.
It's too greasy, though. It's like leaving a film of grease in my mouth. I'm not a fan of that. I'm going to chew. That's gross. That's your ASMR, DVD, whatever. We got one more. I got to muscle through one more.
If you had an ASMR channel, you'd call it ASSMR.
Yeah, it would. Wait, what does AMSR stand for?
ASMR, auditory sensory meridian response. Auditory meridian sensory.
I would call it
response.
MRASS. I would change it around. Mr. Ass. Mr. Ass.
Oh, Mr. Ass. Okay.
All right. We have one more. We have one more of these to power through. I gotta be honest with you, the texture is starting to get to me. Slim Jims, Maddie, they're a cured like meat stick, they call it. So it's in a casing, but it's very greasy. And I mean, they're very spiced. They got good flavor to them. I don't think I'll ever eat 4 of them in a row again because
I've eaten the minis, like the whole pack.
So honey barbecue is not bad. It's just not very honey barbecue-y. This last flavor is actually my favorite flavor, which I've eaten many a times. I'm going to eat for you people today. It is the sweet and hot because I like spicy diabetes. You guys are going to get indigestion from all the grease in those Slim Jims. Yes, we are. Well, I am. Nicole's only breaking off a small piece. There you go. You can crack that
break
open.
Off a bigger piece then?
You can do whatever you want.
This is your favorite one.
You can do whatever. You can eat the whole fucking thing. I don't care.
Oh, this one's hard to open.
One knife. She got it. She knows how to unwrap the meat.
I'm going to take more than I
do whatever you want.
I'm going to take the whole thing.
Okay. This is sweet and hot. It's not very hot, not very sweet. It's like a nice balance. But Maddie, this is like road food. This is like you're driving overnight. You need a snack as you're getting gas. You grab a Slim Jim. No, they're high protein, but they're also high salt and high fat.
Drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Balance out. Oh, this actually did not got a bad flavor. It tastes like a French fry, but with meat.
Well, I think now with all the other spices still, flavors still in the mouth, it just tastes like meat at this point.
Meat.
I'm gonna get the meat sweats. Yeah.
Thank you.
So there you have it. We ate 4 Slim Jims. Bottom line to it is, Slim Jim should fucking follow us and sponsor us. Because I'll eat 4 Slim Jims if they give me money to do it. That's a fact.
How many Slim Jims what's the most amount of Slim Jims you would eat for what amount of money?
Come up with the amount of money and then I'll decide how many Slim Jims.
$5,000.
$5,000. Now, do I have to, is it like you have to sit and eat or is it like I could eat a certain amount per day for a predetermined period of time?
No, at once on video for the sake of Slim Jim promotional purposes.
This is like a wine tasting with sausage. Exactly. That's exactly what it was. The only difference is we forgot to put our fucking pinkies up because we're classy and shit. I don't know. It was like they would have to like make an offer like eat 100 for $5,000. I'd probably consider that. I'd vomit.
Would you eat 500 Slim Jims for $500?
What was that?
I'm sorry, 500 Slim Jims for $500
in one sitting?
Yes, on camera.
Probably not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, well, would I get the 500 if I wasn't able to finish them? Like
you would get as many dollars as Slim Jims that you completed.
Okay. I don't know how many I would do, but the problem is, I mean, they're meat, so it takes a long time for your body to process. It's going to fill you up pretty quick, and I'm not Joey Chestnut where I could swallow fucking 100 fucking sausages. Speaking of which, happy Gay Pride, everybody. I can't do that kind of competitive eating. I mean, sure, if I train myself. Maddie says, this one's a little woody and sweet. I can feel it sliding down my throat. Yeah, Slim Jim hurricane meal recipes. You know what? Slim Jims are actually good stuff to have for hurricanes, but what I do recommend better than Slim Jims because of the fat content in the Slim Jim is Bridgeford makes beef jerky that's very lean. And it's good. That's good lean protein. It's still high sodium, but for an emergency ration pack, for hurricane pack, that's pretty good. Bridgeford also makes freeze dried food that come in like heatable envelope, heatable pouches. You just pour hot water in, and it rehydrates the food. And some of them actually aren't bad. Bridgeford also makes the MREs for the U.S. military. So, thank you, Bridgeford.
I heard that MREs aren't FDA regulated.
They are, but they're not. The components that go in are,
but not as a whole product.
Not as a whole product because it's a meat. It's technically a pre-cooked meal.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but they are regulated by the U.S. military, so there is a government agency watching over it. Just because the USDA does or does not watch over it doesn't mean it's safe or unsafe, depending on how you want to look at it.
Right.
The MREs are pre-made food. As many Slim Jims as you got down before you came to completion. So wait a second, Maddie. So I'd have to jerk off while I was eating the Slim Jims. I gotta be honest with you. There's enough grease on there. You could use it as lube. Seriously. If you ever seen The Last Tango in Paris, get the butter. It's more like get the fat long boy. But they spell boy B-O-I because they're like trendy and shit. Boy, fat long boy.
That's a boy. That's not really a boy.
No, not really. But yeah, so if I had to jerk off while eating, I don't know how many. I don't know. It depends on what kind of porn I'm watching. Like seriously,
Slim Jim porn.
Yeah, if I'm watching Slim Jim porn, and if there's not Slim Jim porn yet, somebody needs to make that. So Maddie, get on that shit. But here's the thing: he really, you know what? He can't really make fun of what we're eating for two reasons. Number one, Vegemite. Number two, they're fucking biscuits. They're not scones.
I love you. I would take a Slim Jim and I would dip it in Vegemite and eat it.
Nice.
I would do that.
I don't know if I would do that. I've never had Vegemite.
That would be like a saltiness overkill.
I can get Vegemite in Public sells it.
Yeah, you can also get Marmite.
But Pa might not.
We had Vegemite at home for a while as an ingredient. I use it when I do have it. I use it to make soup stock.
Your mom says I got some of those right in my closet right now because I'm a hurricane prepper. Nice.
She is. She's prepping year round for hurricanes. She's going to be
ready. Here's the thing. Like I always have a supply of food. I change it out every year because I want to keep it fresh. Even though it's got like a fucking 10-year shelf life, I like to replenish it. And usually like one day I'll be bored and hungry and be like, you know what? I'm going to fucking heat up some of this crap. And I'll eat it. It's good. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's good stuff.
I read a book called Apocalypse Chow.
Scones, motherfucker. Yep. Scones are sweet and they have like raisins and shit on them. I don't know.
You should read the book Apocalypse Chow. It's a cookbook for cooking with the lights out.
Nice. I like that. I can write that down. Oops. Chow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Apocalypse Chow. We should check that out. My cookbook will be coming out this year. I'm going to get back on that and finish it. It'll actually be ready because it's almost done. It'll be ready for sale in time before the holiday season.
Better be.
It will be.
I'm kidding. Sorry.
It will be.
Do what you want. I'm not going to tell you.
Well, I put it on hold, and then there was no sense in releasing it prior to the real, the Christmas season. I want it's going to be a good holiday gift for people because that's what the people want. I'm
going to buy 7 of them from you.
Okay.
Maybe more. Probably 10.
Okay.
That's all.
So I'll at least sell 10 copies. I got that going for me, which is kind of nice. They have savory scones. Yeah, we call them biscuits because we're not fucking weird.
What's a savory scone? Like with like a meat inside?
I guess. What would you just say? See, we have savory scones too, but we call them biscuits, and you get them at Red Lobster, and they have cheese and butter and garlic. Oh, fucking cheddar biscuits.
They have too much of whatever that powder is that they put on them.
Powder.
I don't know, like some seasoning or something.
Well, it's like Italian seasoning. You can buy the mix to make them in the grocery store, and they come out so much better.
Then when you make them at home, probably because they haven't been frozen and reheated in the restaurant 3 times.
No, it's not how they do it in the restaurant.
How do they do it?
They actually make them fresh out of a mix.
Okay, that's good to know.
They don't freeze the biscuits.
I didn't know that.
Nope. Yeah, they bake them fresh. It's a they got the flour mix that they mix with shortening, and then they bake them and buttermilk, and then they bake them, and then they top it with butter and with the butter garlic sauce. It's the same way you make them at home, in smaller scale.
It's probably better at home because it's smaller.
Hell yeah, and you can put more cheese in it. I always put extra cheese.
You put your love into it.
Hell yeah, I make it with love and a couple things that drip sweat. A lot of fried shit. You damn right. Scotty, what's up? Scott! Fucking love Scott. What suck? Biscuits and gravy is thebomb.com.
Oh, yeah, that would be
cheese,
technically...
pumpkin, ham. Who the fuck puts pumpkin in shit?
I would have a pumpkin biscuit.
What do rednecks do at Halloween?
What do you mean?
What do rednecks do at Halloween?
What?
They pumpkin. Ham. I like ham. All kinds of shit can go in a savory scone.
Okay.
Yeah, or a biscuit. You can also take a biscuit and top it with some sausage gravy, which he thinks looks like a plate of vomit.
It does look like a plate of vomit.
It does, but it's delicious. Hey, just like Crocodile Dundee said in Crocodile Dundee 2, it looks like shit, but you can eat it.
Do they wear Crocs in Australia?
Oh, that's a good question. Maddie, we need Australian question answered. Australia questions answered. Do you guys wear Crocs? I fucking hope not.
I don't know. Maybe this is not a thing that they do in that country because the climate isn't right or something. I don't know.
I told my son if he fucks up in school again, I'm going to send him to school wearing Crocs and a Justin Bieber t-shirt.
With socks on the Crocs.
Crocs with socks.
And a Justin Bieber t-shirt.
A Justin Bieber t-shirt.
Oh, man.
Guaranteed to get his ass kicked. We're at 10:51. We need to wind this bitch down. Nicolio.
See?
What's your schedule? Where can we see you? What you doing? What you got going on?
I wish you would have asked me last week because I had a jam-packed weekend full of Pride Parade stuff.
I know.
It was a lot of gay stuff going on last weekend.
It's all right.
But
it's all right.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But I performed with K2 Lemieux and Alistair and a bunch of other cool people.
Two of my favoriteest people.
Yeah. So other than that, but this excuse me. Do we wear Crocs?
Don't make me punch you, dude. That's a paddling.
Sorry.
Hang on. Now I have to be a dick. All right. He's threatening to punch me. Maddie, I know something about you that's going to have a problem with you punching me. He's going to need a step stool. He's short. Maddie, I'm 6'4". I don't know what that is in metric, but I'm a big fucking dude. You need a step stool. I'm just fucking with you, man. I love this guy.
You can see me at Acropolis this Friday in South Tampa at 7 p.m. and Gaspar's Grotto in Ybor at 10. And then on Saturday, I'm working at Private Party in Hora Loca. And other than that, I'm going to be around in other places where I always am. So yeah, every Friday and Saturday at Acropolis in South Tampa and St. Pete and Gaspar's Grotto in Ybor.
So make sure you follow Nichol on social media at
Nichol_Raven, NIKOLE_RAVEN.
Yeah. As for me, coming up on the 30th, this Sunday, I will be at Coconuts in St. Pete Beach, Florida. On July 14th, I will be doing the Dirty at 9:30 at Del Mar in St. Pete. Dick Gordon put that together. It's a fun time. The Coconut Show was a Zobo show. On July 27th, I will be at Gators in Umatilla, Florida. And then as of right now, I may have to change this. I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be, but fingers crossed, August 2nd, I will be back in the city so nice they named it twice, New York, at my favorite New York City club, the Broadway Comedy Club, doing a show with Go for the Low-Hanging Fruit. Ow. He's talking about punching me in the balls. Yep. So August 2nd, I will be at the Broadway Comedy Club, and stay tuned for further developments. I actually have 2 private shows booked in there.
Nice.
So that's the show tonight, kids. That's what we got going on. Appreciate you guys listening. We do this every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, not 9:30. Come at 9. Last week was definitely weird without you. The show sucks when you're not on it, just so you know.
Sorry.
I don't know if you listened to it, but the Ask the Escort segment was pretty good. We had some fun.
I tried watching it briefly, and then I was having internet problems, so I didn't, but I will watch it.
Then you realize you just didn't want to watch some fat guy sitting in a porta potty.
That is not true.
Nobody wants to see that. My ass was going like I was standing up. My ass was going on. I'm
I thought
sorry I
you
woke
were-
up late, guys. Missed all the fun. Hey, Maddie, you're all's forgiven, man. You're a hardworking dude. Nice guy. I can't wait for you to come stateside, dude.
I thought you were filming some sort of Blair Witch Project last week.
Well, because the way it looked.
Yeah.
Well, there's no lights. I didn't put any lights in there because I really don't need any lighting except for the desk lamp that's in there. So the lighting just sucks. So I have a small LED desk lamp in front of me, my computer, my microphones, and it's just, yeah, it was, I should have been like, I'm so scared. I like the Blair Witch Project.
I
It was a
did
good
too,
flick.
and I like the whole marketing thing that they did with it.
Yeah.
That was clever.
So yeah, that's a show, kids. We appreciate you tuning in. Again, we do this every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time in the United States. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Real Roger Nelson on the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow the show, share the show, make your friends watch the show, make your grandma watch the show. She's into the weird shit. So do that. And yeah, that's the show. I love you guys. Totally homo. Anyway, so that's what we got. Nicole, what you got to say?
Fubar out.